Hi everyone, welcome to my quick and dirty guide to running S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly. Now, S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly is a standalone game. You don't need anything, you don't need to buy anything. You can just download it from the internet for free and have a really good time. Now, it's pretty simple. In fact, this is one of the easiest mods I've ever installed. It's a case of download, unzip, run, and that's about it. But let me show you exactly how I'm doing, because I'm running a couple of extra bits. Well, I'm just running one extra file. But let me show you what you need to do. So first of all, we'll come to ModDB, and as always, I'll provide you with the links in the description down below. But first of all, as I say, come to ModDB and just download it. Okay, so we go to Files. I'm already here, you see. Just grab the latest one, hit that, download now, and it'll just automatically be, downloaded onto your PC. You know how it works. It's a computer, isn't it? Anyway, what we need next is the following. We need the Weapon Overhaul Pack 2.6 by Provaks. Now, I'll also give you this guy's YouTube address. It's worth subbing to because he's doing a lot of work with this mod, and he's got several kind of mirrors for his pack. Now, it is quite large, so be warned, make sure you've got plenty of space to run this. And all you got to do is pick one of these addresses and just download it. As you can see, it's like 16 gig just to download it, and that's compressed. Okay, anyway, so download that as well, and what you'll end up with is the following. Okay, you'll end up with these two files, and that's all I'm using. There's a ton of other mods that you can be using as well, but this is just the basics of how I'm running S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly at the moment on my PC. To install it, do the following. Okay, right, here I am in my games folder. What you've got to do first is just create a folder, okay? Obviously, I've called mine Anomaly. You can call it, I don't know, Cheesy Dippers if you want. Doesn't really matter. And then what you're going to do is you're going to unzip everything in here. So this is how I installed it, well, these two files. So first of all, just click on Anomaly, okay? And as usual, I'm using WinRAR. Why? Because I like it. You can use 7-zip. You can use, is it PZip, WinZip, 7-zip, whatever. I'm using WinRAR, okay? It's great stuff. Now, what you can do, if you want, you can grab all of these, select them all, and just install them that way, unzip them into this file, and run the game that way. You don't need anything else. You don't even need this game data file. It just makes everything look a lot better. What I've done is I've basically done this. I didn't select that, and I copied it all over, okay? But as I say, you can copy all of it, and that's perfectly fine. But what I did was this, as you can see, selected all these, copied them over, and then close that, open this, and then I dragged that over here as well. So I unzipped it there, and that's how we ended up with all of these files. Okay, so these, everything except game data comes from the Anomaly folder, and everything else, i.e. game data, comes from here. Basically, this is the Provaks stuff. Now, to run it, let's do the following. Just click on Anomaly Launcher. Now, I've been quite lucky. There's a lot of settings here that you can play around with, but the default just works fine for me. Now, I will say as well, actually, before I forget, this is pretty large. Just make sure you've got plenty of space. I know I said you could keep both versions on here, but just make sure you've got enough space, because at the moment, this is, how big was this? This is about 48 gigs, isn't it? Yeah, 48 gig. I'm not sure how big it is normally, but it's a lot less. So if you want to keep both versions on, just make sure you've got enough hard drive space. But anyway, let's carry on. So I'm running it using, DirectX 11. I'm not going to change anything here. I'm just going to go play Anomaly, and that'll start loading up for you. Okay, now be warned as well, this can sometimes take a really long time, and we're just getting into the game now. Just before we move on, I'm going to mention the fact that this newer version of the game has a mod configuration menu here. Okay, this is how I believe they're going to be doing all mods in future to run the game. There is a generic mod installer called JGSRM. I can't actually remember. I had it installed before, but I found that I was getting too many conflicts using it, and since then I've kind of switched to using this way of doing things. So just bear that in mind. There are multiple ways of doing things, as always, when it comes to modding. But this is how they're probably going to be installing all mods in future, and I'm looking forward to using it a lot more. But today I'm not going to be running anything there. I just want to get the game up and running. After all, it's just a quick and dirty guide. Right, so let's go new game. Oh, by the way, I've also turned the music down as well. There's music here as well. But I don't know if I'd get copy struck, because you never know with mods. So let's just hit new game. Now this is where you kind of select your kit that you want to use, your basic kit. I'm going to go for this lovely looking 8K. You get a bunch of points to use at the beginning of the game. Anything else? I'll go with a shotty as well. Have some of this. Oh, I've got 2 bottles of water, I don't need that. So you end up with all these points, some bullets if you want. I don't know how many you get by default, but there's a bunch of stuff here that you can pick. You've got all these points to use. I'm not going to bother. Change my portrait. Sexy mask. Random location. You know what? Let's go to the rookie village. Let's just keep it like that. Okay. Plenty of options to play with, but I'm not going to do anything at all, just even keeping it easy. Don't really care. I'm just going to go, boom, let's start. Now this is where you're going to go, if you've got a dog, go and take him for a walk around the block. Maybe make a cup of tea. If you live in Britain like me, have some biscuits, have a relax. Because this is going to take a while to install. It's going through a whole bunch of mods and it takes a fair old while. And I'm running, my PC is an R7 with a 1060 card and 16 gig of RAM. It runs everything pretty well normally, so, you know, I think my PC is probably fair to middling there, you know, middle of the range there. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but as I say, this is going to take a while, so I'll catch you in the next bit. Right, here we are. I've just taken the dog for a walk, I've made myself a cup of tea, and we're ready to go. So just press any key to continue. And here we are at the start. Possibly the first thing you'll want to do is actually go back to settings and do the following. Go to controls. Actually, is it controls? And go to keybinds. A lot of these aren't set up at the beginning of the game. You'll probably see some that I've set up myself, as you can see here. Look. I've set up to use my mouse. Shift is for sprint, which I can't see at the moment. There's no setting for sprint when you first come in. Also PDA, I can't remember if I set that up with P myself, but I know I messed around here a little bit. So have a check, because you're going to do everything. If you've never played S.T.A.L.K.E.R, everything's done through the PDA. The sort of missions and the mapping is all done through that. So you'll need that. So make sure you've got a key assigned to it. I think that's about it. You can even have third-person views if you like, which I've set up as well. So, you know, it's quite interesting. There's quite a few options, so don't forget to check that out. And, of course, once you've changed stuff, always hit apply. Right, there we go. Let's just return to the game. As you can see, we're here. I think there might be some stuff to pick up straight away. I don't know. What you might find sometimes when you first jump into the game, especially if you're using the Provaks mod, is it can get a little laggy and janky. Now, having said that, you don't have to run that mod. I'm enjoying it at the moment. I like to mess around with mods a little bit too much. But you can just run stuff using the Anomaly defaults, and you'd be, you know, off and to the races, so to speak, without needing any extra stuff. This is just more graphical enhancements. But as you can see, guys, I'm in the game. It's very, very simple to just install and run, and that's what makes it a pretty quick and dirty install. What have I got on me? Have I got my gun here on the ready? There you go. My sweet gun. So, sounds good, huh? Pretty nice. Got myself another. What was the other gun I got? Didn't I get a shotty? There's my knife. Oh, let's go to inventory by pressing I. Get myself my other gun. There we go. Put your backpack on. Oh, backpack goes here. This is a little annoying as he does this, because you can't do anything while he's sort of putting his kit on. Hello, what was that? That was scary. What else? Let's just go back again. Oh, your PDA. You need your PDA, as I said. Where does PDA go? PDA goes here. There we go. That should be it. Okay. Press I. I'll press P, bring up my PDA. There you go. And that's how you sort of move around, guide yourself around the map. So, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Anyway, guys, that, as I say, is all there is to it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. Leave a like, stick around, watch another video. But until next time, my friends, this is S.T.A.L.K.E.R, signing off.